You okay? What happened?
Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Gets fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Yeah, well, I don't really want him to come in the house right now.
I don't know if I told you back in November, my back went through the wall. Right. And they have a big but that's not yours. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check the flag. Check 99. Oh, hi.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he gets this one just shy of the 39. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Sunday.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily.
I know, I forgot about it.
Good start.
I didn't put it on the list.
As they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone
Damn it.
the scrimmage, if he breaks through,
Sorry.
there's nothing but room to run.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Now Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, Wentz looking deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz.
Damn it.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, first and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big pickup of 38. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Sanders. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. On second and goal, Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. In for the score, as his guys are able to strike first here in the second quarter.
He can park, well, Tiff's not home, so he can park in front.
7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Yeah, one time I parked in his spot, and he parked, like, on the grass, like, right next to my fucking car. I was like, are you? Bitch. But apparently, like, the landlord's scared of him and won't say anything to him.
His siblings live.
Yeah, but his people live right next door.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
What? Hey! Cut it out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We're talking about the one that was going to come right now. And I think she is that one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start,
Draco, relax.
This time Jackson will throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
What? Where's his thing? It's probably in his crate.
I got this thing out.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield.
No.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And all the way down inside the 5-4.
Probably talk about the phone. Yeah. I was watching TV one day, and across the, I'm like, I got a phone? And look at my bill. I was like, I didn't ask for phone. They're like, oh, that's to get the high-speed internet deal. You need to have the phone. I said, nobody told me that.
Just inside the 5. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he swallowed up.
I didn't even fucking know what I picked.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
2nd down and goal. Jackson, and down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Rosa's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Oh, my God.
I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on second down. Wentz. It's caught by Mike Evans. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson.
I didn't want to throw it there.
Here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back.
He's caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
Hey, break up.
It's not pretty either. It's not even halftime.
Here in this first half.
No. No, I'm not playing Smitty. I do play him in a couple of days, though. But me and him have good games, though. Except for the last time he whooped my ass. I know.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Stay with your man.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jackson gets us out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Catch made by Slayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Jackson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Canarsie, leave it alone.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have
Just
the
do
ball
it.
here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. We often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Throwing is Jackson.
Why
Why
did he just stop running his route like that? It's I'm gonna stop here and not try and catch the fucking ball.
Out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points.
Oh, okay. No, don't. Nobody has to tackle either. That's cool. Just let them run right through.
And show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
All right.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's got Evans. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Just more of the
Why
same
even
there,
throw it if
partner.
you're gonna fucking kneel?
Just
Just
been
try and
running
run for
free in
the
the
first
secondary
down.
this
You're so
entire game.
fucking
No
scared of
pass
it.
rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Another run here with Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
14-82, 14.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. There he goes inside the 30.
See, you got it anyways.
Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders
Get up here.
have to
Lay
say,
down.
we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder.
No, she's right behind me.
Cycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3, or go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A toss out to Barkley. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing.
Just run, at that point, just run for the fucking touchdown. Why are you going to dive at the 4-yard line? Just fucking go if you're going to go. You already ran halfway down the field.
So many different directions. Because the game certainly not
the fuck?
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to
I figured we didn't take anything out.
The 25.
We got that Chili's gift card.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. 4th down. Here's Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw is Jackson. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's into the clear. And he's across for the
Yeah,
touchdown. Too little, too late.
I like
but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now that'll cut the lead down to 28.
I like lights. For lights, yeah.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on,
because we're doing more
why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
that's how it works.
just don't really do that in the NFL.
And
These guys
especially
play,
because a lot
and
of
we
the
just play them
tests
all
take,
the way through.
you know what, at least
In certain
10 days to get
situations,
back.
they will take
So
them
yeah,
out,
your
but for the
numbers
most
from
part,
a week
they're
ago
not
are
as
going to look
worried
good,
or
and
concerned
then
about
a week
getting
they're
them
going to
out
go
of
up
the
because
game.
all these
That's
test
always
results are coming
puzzled
back.
me a little bit.
It's an Eagles
And then you got all the
first
people
down on
in
a gain of
between that are
11.
getting tested, so it's just going to keep going up. But, like, you just got to
From the
fucking...
34 now, here's first and 10.
Wash your fucking hands. Wash your fucking hands. Don't touch your face, wash your fucking hands. And don't wear fucking...
Now
And
Sanders.
don't pop people, and don't wear fucking gloves everywhere.
And maybe a
Because
measure of revenge
that's dumb.
there. He's had
Measure
his way in this
you
one,
don't wear
but
fucking
this
gloves. I don't
time
wear
they
gloves.
get him
That's what I saw
behind the
today. Like,
line.
there's a guy in front
It's
of
a
us at
loss of
Walmart
a
wearing
yard
fucking gloves.
there,
I'm
and
like,
now
and touching his
second
phone
down.
and touching his hat. And I'm like, so you're going to take your gloves off and you're going to touch your phone, which you were just touching with your fucking gloves that you touched everything with. I was like, right, or just wears them the whole time. I was like, okay, so if I have to go draw a patient's blood, I walk in the room, put my gloves on, draw the blood, throw everything out, throw the gloves out, and walk out of the room. I don't walk around with the same pair of gloves on all day. Like, that's stupid.